I reached out to Peter early January out of pure gratitude, just to tell him like thank you for building this. And that started a conversation. And this was before anybody, I mean, there were like hundreds of people in the Discord. Uh, and we now have over 100,000. And we also
Crazy.
just passed Linux and React yesterday, and GitHub stars, so we're the number one open source project in the world. I think, Jason, like you were saying, as soon as you become Clawpill, like you're immediately just like, this is so important.
We have to protect it.
Yeah, and having been around the technology business a very long time,
Hmm.
and been through several different platforms, even having been part of building, the Facebook platform back in the day, I've seen a lot of what can go right and what can go wrong. And so I just immediately told him, like, let's get started trying to figure out if there's a foundation here. No matter what you decide, he's been very open about his thinking. I mean, you can just go on Lex or any of the podcasts that he's done, and he was
Yep.
very open about his thinking and what he was thinking through. And so that was the idea. It was just like, let's make sure that we have an open source project here that's a real thing, that has a real, 501(c)(3) nonprofit foundation behind it. There's a lot of precedent for this, be it, Linux or, any number of the open source foundations, Apache, Mozilla. There's a lot of this stuff out there. And let's do this right and make sure that both the technical side, Peter never loses, decision-making authority over, and on the open source side, that we set this up with good governance. Let's try to get as many of the big labs involved as possible, and try to make it the Switzerland of AI, because that's really, I think, the experience that people have once they start using it. They're like, wow, I can use my own Mac as an orchestrator to interact with all the different AIs however I want. And so the foundation should play the same role in the ecosystem. And
So,
so that's what we're working towards.
Dave, we'll get back to the major labs in a second, but tell me more about Peter maintaining essentially direction or decision making. What is his continuing role, and how much authority does he wield still?
Look, it's his project. We're still working out all of the governance. We're like deep in the middle of it right now. But it's Peter's project. And so I
Okay.
think you can expect that he's going to make the decisions, especially the technical ones. And the foundation exists to protect it, not to control it, try to, influence its direction. The foundation has to be in the middle of the broader community, like you guys,
Mm.
and taking input, making sure that the global conversation is heard. But at the end of the day, Peter built this thing. And so, we're just here to serve.
Listen, we all know ChatGPT is amazing when you just need to look something up quickly. But if you're not going really deep and getting strategic when you write your prompts, you're not getting the most out of this incredible tool. But I've got a free resource from our friends at HubSpot. It's called Advanced ChatGPT Prompt Engineering, from basic to expert in 7 days. HubSpot is giving you a complete system for structuring ChatGPT prompts using the ROSES framework: role, objective, scenario, expected solution, and steps. Thinking about your prompts this way is a huge game changer, and it's taken me from just hoping I get the right output I'm looking for to knowing with confidence that I'm going to get the information I need organized the way I want it. So level up the use of your AI and download the guide for free at clickhubspot.com/twist2. That's hubspot.com/TWIST and the number 2. Or find the link in the description. And thanks to HubSpot for sponsoring this episode.